Hello everyone, this is Scott Amick at Advanced Body Dynamics, continuing to answer the Ask Me Anything questions that have been posted to my Facebook site. Today, Colin writes in and says, I feel like I go through periods of rapid strength growth, then periods of very little strength growth, without any significant changes to the intensity or frequency of training. My programming is pretty varied, so I don't think I'm stuck in a programming rut. How can I avoid these plateaus? Or adjust the periods of rapid growth into moderate, sustainable growth? Excellent question, Colin. I get it. Pretty common question, actually. I like to build folks from the nutritional foundation. So if you haven't, or if you've been varying your programming, how much has your meal planning been varying? Or do you eat strict? Do you have a high sugar content one day followed by nothing the next day? Ultimately, gains are made in the kitchen. Don't get me wrong, how you're training is also as important as how often you're training, and the nitty-gritty is one thing. But without a solid foundation of nutrition, you're probably going to be all over the place. Alcohol consumption has a lot to do with it, energy levels, the amount of sleep, and when it comes to varying the intensity level and the frequency of your training, all of that is just secondary to that nutritional foundation. So that's where I would look first to find out gains. If there's supplementation you're interested in as well, that could be another area that could increase these sustainable growth periods. There's also concepts out there that are relative to undulating periodization, meaning that sometimes you just kind of need to shock yourself out of it. You try real hard for a while, and then you give yourself time to rest. Personally, I believe in a 4 seasons model, where during the summer, very little focus on strength training, health, and wellness. And then throughout the year, the intensity gets higher and higher and higher and higher until the end of the year, or until the following spring, you're as dialed as you could possibly be. So that's the model that I work through. Why? Well, I like looking and feeling my best right as summer gets there. You're lean, you're capable of doing almost any athletic endeavor, which are generally water sports, outdoor sports that require you to be quite athletic. So again, build the foundation from nutrition, and if you'd like to know what those are, go ahead and give me a message and I'll specifically dial that in with you. Supplementation could be something that breaks you out of your plateau, and ultimately it sounds like you've got everything else dialed in. I hope that answers your question, and we'll talk to you here real soon. Again, this is Scott at Advanced Body Dynamics, and continue to keep sending in those Ask Me Anything questions. I love answering them. Alright, take care.